So here's the big question. How are entrepreneurs like us, who have been hustling and struggling to make it to success, who seem to make it one step forward only to fall two steps back, who are dedicated, determined, and driven, how do we finally break through and win? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Brian Kelly, and this is the Mind, Body, Business Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mind, Body, Business Show. We have another amazing, fantastic, phenomenal show lined up for you tonight, and it is definitely not because of yours truly. It is because Deborah Myers is in the house. Literally, she's here right now. Okay, she's in the back in the green room virtually, but she is here. She's ready. She's waiting, chomping at the bit to jump up here and share her brilliance with you. Real quick, the Mind, Body, Business Show. It is a show that I had developed with you in mind. This is a show for entrepreneurs, by entrepreneurs. And what we do here, the mission and purpose here is to bring on successful entrepreneurs that have achieved a level of success that can bring value to the show to help you to do just that same thing. And to do that, all you need to do is listen, especially what Deborah is about to tell you, and take notes. And when you're done learning is begin doing, which means model what she teaches and put it in action. That is the only way anything that you're going to progress in your business is to not just learn it, but you need to put it in action. I know you're all astute listeners and you know that already. And what the Mind, Body, Business Show represents are what I call the 3 pillars of success. I began studying only successful people for a period of about a decade. And we're talking about people that I knew personally, like a mentor of mine or mentors, through book authors, some who are still with us, meaning alive, some who are no longer, but studying their traits, their habits, what made them potentially more successful than myself? What was it about that? What was the secret sauce? Did they put on their pants 2 legs at a time somehow? You know, what was different about them? And it came down to 3 things. 3 things kept bubbling up to the top. And those 3 things are the very name of this show. So mind being mindset. To a person, each of these successful individuals had a very powerful, very positive, and most importantly, very flexible mindset. And then body. Body was literally about taking care of one's own self physically through exercise and through proper nutrition. That's what successful people that I studied did. And then business. Business is very, very multifaceted. It includes the need to master a variety of skill sets. Skill sets like marketing, sales, team building, systematizing, leadership. I could go on, and I could speed it up a little bit, but I won't do that for you. And that's the beautiful thing about business is there are all of these various skill sets that one must master. The downside to that is mastering any skill set is like being an expert or being coined as an expert in one thing, which takes, I think they say on average, 10,000 hours to become an expert in one thing. So what human being on the planet has time to do 10,000 hours of every skill set I just mentioned and all the others that go with it? I don't know. I don't know of one that has that much time. The good news is you personally don't have to master each and every skill set. In fact, if you master just one, and actually it's one of the skill sets I mentioned just a moment ago, if you master that one skill set, then you too can achieve a very thriving and successful business. And if you want to know what that one is, just go ahead and drop it in the chat. I see people coming on, watching. Go ahead, put it in the comments if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube or LinkedIn. We're everywhere. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitter. You name it, we're there. Go ahead, drop it in there. I'm going to tell you anyway. I'll save you the time and effort. That one skill set, if you master it, that one skill set is the skill set of leadership. Once you have mastered the skill set of leadership, and to be honest, you really don't even have to master it to achieve incredible success in your business, but be on the path of mastering it and continuing to improve. And when you have mastered, or when you have gone on that path of really getting good at leading and being a great leader, then you're able to bring in those who have already mastered those skill sets that you have yet to or may never master yourself. See how wonderful that is? You can leverage other people's mastery, a lot of word master in there. And so that's the good news. So, and one of those things is learning and listening to people like Deborah Myers, who's coming on here in just a second. I promise. One thing I also wanted to point out is one other really remarkable trait about very successful people is, to a person, what I have found out is they are very avid readers of books. So with that, I'm going to segue very quickly into a little segment I affectionately call bookmarks.
Bookmarks. Born to read. Bookmarks. Ready, steady, read. Bookmarks. Brought to you by reachyourpeaklibrary.com.
Yes, there you see it. If you're watching live on the Mind Body Business Show, by the way, go to the mindbodybusinessshow.com, click on any of the buttons you see there, and register to be alerted the next time we go live. We go live every Thursday, sometimes Tuesdays, so you want to be sure not to miss a single episode. They are breakthrough episodes, every single one. How do I know that? Because of the guests that I bring on, not because of me again. So reachyourpeaklibrary.com. One quick break moment. We're going to break, put the brakes on in the car. And that is, please, for yourself, instead of succumbing to that urge to click away, type it in, and go check it out while the show's going, like reachyourpeaklibrary.com, instead, I would implore of you to write it down, to type it in, but not to visit it and go check it out. Keep it as notes. Then when the show is over, then go and visit the resources. Because here's the thing. This is what happens so many times. I've been on stage many times, and I know when I'm getting to that juicy part, if you know what I mean, that part that's going to change lives. And sometimes I would see someone get up and leave because they had to use the restroom, or that all important text or call came in and they had to go take it. So I've learned to now let people know ahead of time, look, if you need to go use the restroom, now's the time to do it now before Deborah comes on. So I'll tell you that right now. But the magic happens in the room. And I know this is a virtual room, but if you were to take your attention away while Deborah is dropping golden nugget after golden nugget, I would absolutely hate for you to miss even one of them, because that one could be the very one that changes your life forever for the better. So, all right, off of my soapbox. That is my suggestion, my recommendation. I'm running the whole show and I'm taking notes as well. Not kidding. I'll show them to you later if you want. I'm not kidding. I will. And reachyourpeaklibrary.com. What is that all about? That is a website that I literally had my team develop for you, with you in mind. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true. It is basically a collection of every book that has made a positive impact on me personally, either through business or my personal life, or both. And there is no rhyme or reason to the order that these books have been put in here. I just said, here they are, throw them in there. Don't worry about alphabetizing or anything. Just get them in there. So all I implore of you to do is look at this list of books and go get it to read it. If you find one on there you haven't yet to read. The thing is, I vetted these personally. Not every book I've ever read is on here. This is not for the purpose of making money. I will be very clear about that. For me to make money. In fact, if you see there's one that goes Start With Why by Simon Sinek, if that's the book you want, go to Amazon directly. I'm fine with that. Just at least go pick up the book and read it, either through your eyes or Audible, which is my favorite. I love listening to books. I did not myself start reading till the age of 47. That was 10 years ago. You can do the math. And now you know where I sit, and I'm proud of it. Every year's a victory. So that is a resource that is yours. It's there. It costs nothing to go peruse, and go ahead and grab the first book that jumps off the page to you. That is my Reach Your Peak Library moment. And that is the end of that. And now we are going to bring on one of the most amazing individuals you'll ever meet. That's right. It's time for the one and only Deborah Myers. Get ready. Here she comes.
It's time for the Guest Expert Spotlight. Savvy, skillful, professional, adept, trained, big league, qualified.
And there she is, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is the one. It is the only Deborah Myers. Yes.
Oh, what a phenomenal intro. Thank you.
And every word was true of you, for sure. I knew it. Absolutely. So welcome to the show, Deborah. I cannot wait to dig in, so to speak, and get the secrets to your success out of that beautiful mind of yours. Before we do, real quick, a little housekeeping, if I may. a lot of you that are watching live right now can see that beautiful looking red and white stamp looking logo on the upper right over Deborah's left shoulder. It is the Big Insider Secrets, and they are the sponsors of this very show. It is a dear friend of mine who runs that business. That is Jason Nast. And because of them, we are able to offer you a chance to win a 5-night stay at a 5-star luxury resort. And they are all over the world. Choices are everywhere. Oh, it's amazing. I'll have to put a quick video on that together to show you so you can visualize it. So all you have to do is stay with us live. You must be here with us live to the end. And then I will announce how you can enter to win that. So good luck. I can't wait to see who wins that. And a couple more, and we'll come back to the lovely Deborah Myers in just a moment. So if you are struggling and you're trying to put a live show together and it's overwhelming and you want a lot of the processes done for you instead of doing them all yourself, while still enabling you to put on a really high quality show and connect with great people like Deborah Myers, hint, hint, wink, wink, and grow your business all at the same time, then head on over to carpetbombmarketing.com. Carpet Bomb Marketing, saturate the marketplace with your message. And one of the key components that is contained in the Carpet Bomb Marketing system is one that you'll learn how to absolutely master. And it is the very service we use to stream our live shows right here and right now on the Mind Body Business Show. Now, over the course of about 10 years, it has been 10 years, my gosh, I've tried so many of these quote unquote TV studio solutions for live streaming. I mean, Periscope did not even exist when I started live streaming. I'll tell you this, StreamYard has become the best of the best. It is very super easy to use. It comes with supreme ease of use along with unmatched functionality. So you can start streaming live literally right after this show's over. Don't do it now. For free. They have a free plan. So you can visit that website. You see it on the screen, write it down, ryp.im/streamlive. ryp.im/streamlive for those of you listening on podcast. I'll repeat it a couple of times just for those lovely, wonderful people. I love you all. And so with that, we're going to bring back, speaking of lovely, Deborah Myers is in the house. Yes, I am so excited. She's an amazing woman. I'm going to give her the introduction she deserves. Does that sound cool to everyone? And it's going to be quick. Here we go. You don't want to miss a single word. These are powerful. A certified acupressurist and Jin Shin Jyutsu, I hope I said that right, practitioner. Deborah, that's the first time I've ever said it in my life. I'm not kidding. Deborah helps people get and stay healthy. This is important. Since 1995, she has worked one-on-one with clients in utilizing light, gentle touch to reduce stress, relieve pain, and bring balance to body, mind, and spirit. Oh, I'm feeling it already. Her sessions are available virtually as well as in person. Oh, I love somebody who has adjusted based on recent events through one-on-one Jin Shin Jyutsu treatments. Say that 3 times fast. Coaching, workshops, workplace wellness programs, the Productive Mindfulness School Program, and her easy self-help acupressure video and books. Deborah has helped thousands of people of all ages discover how they can take care of their own health or take charge of their own health. With that, I want to welcome officially, formally, the amazing Deborah Myers. Woo-hoo!
Thank you.
This is going to be so fun. I cannot wait. I like to open it up by just literally opening up and getting a nice view of that beautiful brain of yours, Deborah. And I don't mean literally, of course, but what I would like to do is find out for you, what is it every day? You know, you get up in the morning, and being an entrepreneur, a business owner, it's not easy. I mean, everyone thinks this. Oh, you make $1 million, you get in your hammock, you swing, you sip on your umbrella drink and let the money come in. A lot of people think that. Those that are more astute that watch this show know that it's different. For you, when you get up knowing that there are these arduous tasks, these setbacks that hit you every single day, and you've been through it enough to know that this is going to be part of your day every single day, what is it going on in your beautiful brain when you wake up and you start coming to and it's time to start that day? What keeps you driven? What keeps you motivated? What is going on in that brain that just says, I am going to crush it yet again today, no matter what? What is that for you?
Interesting question, because what affects me the most is knowing that my day is going to be filled with getting to see people who are searching to be able to walk around in a body that's happy, healthy, and comfortable. So they can do everything they want to do and become who they want to be. A little bit sticky on the grammar there, but you know, that's my juice. That's what helps me start my day. And then to really start, I have to admit, I walk my talk. I do my energy balancing every single day, multiple times a day. I begin the day with it. I end the day with it. There are an unusual number of times during the day, because it's all the time that I'm doing my self-help acupressure energy tips that I give others, I do for myself. So I can do everything I want to do.
What? You're a product of the product? Come on. Nobody like that exists anymore. I'm being totally sarcastic.
Yeah.
That is awesome. You know, and that's why people like you come on this show, because you are authentic, you're genuine, and you have the results to show. And the other thing is, you're a product of the product. You don't just teach how others, you don't teach and show others how to get better. You do it for yourself and know that it works because you do it for yourself and practice it for yourself each and every day. I love that about you. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. And the other thing I love is, it is interesting. I've done this show for, it's been over 3 years now. And I found people like you, very successful entrepreneurs, seem to have a routine. And for everyone listening, if you have a dog and you don't have a routine, I always say this, try it, give it a shot. If you don't have a routine, you've not done one, then give what Deborah has just described a go. And hopefully she'll give us a little demonstration a little later. So maybe she can show us what you can do while you're walking your dog or cat, or just walking yourself. Maybe it's yourself or your spouse. You could be walking your spouse, right? Or significant other. But that's what I love about the continuity or a commonality of many of my guests that come on this show, like you, Deborah, is they have a routine. It's amazing to me. Much more percentage-wise do than don't. Does that mean if you don't have one, you will fail? No. I'm one of those people. I don't have routines. I can't stand them because I like variety. I don't want to get up the same time, the same day, every day. I feel like a drone or a robot because I came from corporate and I'm done with that stuff. So, but to each their own. And I would say, if you don't have a routine, to start one, to try it out, give it a shot. I tried it. I certainly did multiple times. And I said, yeah, it's still not for me. I'll continue.
Maybe I'll change your mind today. Just maybe I'll change your mind today.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's kind of a challenge. You gave me a challenge right now.
I love it. Okay. I'm open to sound advice and things that work. I'm always open to it.
Okay.
Flexibility.
So may I share with you what I do for myself every morning?
Yes.
Okay.
Please do.
All my clients and all my students get shown this before they leave. If they're a one-on-one client, before they leave from their first session, I show them this 9-step self-help acupressure flow.
Right.
And if I'm teaching workshops, same picture. One of the first things I'm going to teach you is what I call the daily clean your house flow. It recognizes that the body you walk around in is your house. And if you clean it every day, vacuum it out, get rid of the dust bunnies and cobwebs, you increase your chances of being better prepared for whatever you're going to ask your body to do or whatever might come at it. And I'm not just talking physical activity. I'm talking mental activity as well as emotional way of being in your body. When the body's energetically in a state of balance and harmony, it's there for you, whatever might come up. So the very first thing I do in this first step of the daily clean your house flow is give yourself a hug. I'm not going to show you all of them today. It's available. I'll tell you how you can access it. And it's my gift to you. You give yourself a hug anywhere from your elbows on up. Just lightly touch. Everything I'm going to show you is very light, gentle touch, very subtle, very non-intrusive. And when you do this, you're connecting with the energy balance area. It's all about breath. And when the breath is moving, the energy is moving. When the energy is moving, the breath It all works together. It's this beautiful cycle. Does not matter which hand is on top or on the bottom. Doesn't matter where if you're closer to your elbow or even underneath. Doesn't matter if you're way up here. You're accessing the energy of breath and of heart. Giving love to self, that's the message. And assisting your body in experiencing the compassion that it wants to have. It gets the message that if you're taking care of it will take care of you. Your body's made up of energy. It has rivers of energy throughout it. And when you access energy balance points and give them the message to flow, to let go, to open up, anything's possible. The very next step of the daily flow is, just picture it for me and do it if you'd like, is to sit on your hands or have your hands at the outside of your hips. When you're in this area, and by the way, there's no right, there's no wrong. You can't do a wrong because there's not a right way. Kick perfection right out the window. It's not necessary. In fact, you can kick it out the door. And when you hold that area of your body, you're accessing the energy of vitality. So if this brings the breath in, bringing it to that area of your body at your sit bone area, hip area, brings it to every cell of your being. And when that happens, your body is in a space of being there for you, whatever you want to do. That's the first two steps. The next step is to hold a hand on your shoulder, like so, and then continue sitting on that sit bone hip area. This helps the body release any blocked energy and get out of the way. Empty it out. The body does not want to accumulate energy. It wants to flow. So when you're here with your other hand at the sit bone area, you're moving it through the back of your head, the neck, the shoulders, and then do the other side. And you know what you're doing? Not only are you helping move the energy flow, but you're also helping your body be in a space of readiness. I'm an avid gardener. And if I didn't do this particular step off and on throughout the time I'm in the garden, before, during, after, my body would talk back and I wouldn't be able to do all the work I do in my approximate half-acre, three-quarter-acre garden. But because I do it that way, my body is happy and ready to do those wheelbarrow loads, to dig the holes, to move the plants around, to do the pruning, to do anything that needs to happen. The gardening and the property work. You can also use it for vacuuming. You can do it a lot for when you're in front of the computer. Sedentary space needs to have the energy moving as well. That's my suggestion. And then there's more steps to follow to hit that 9.
Cool. Quick question. How long do you spend on each of those steps?
Good question. Thank you. A couple good breaths. Light, gentle touch. So it works so well that not only does it work with adults, it works with kids, which is why I put the whole 9 steps into an animated video that you can see on my website. And I've had teachers have their classroom of 30, 35 students, however many, and have those kids all doing it together. It helps with clarity, with focus, with productivity, with creativity, with getting along together, with being compassionate for yourself as much as for others. When you do your daily practice, whatever the routine might be, to help you be better and happier in your body, you're ahead of the game, no matter what you're searching for.
Yeah, and one of the points I always have a resistance of any routine or anything is, how long is it going to take? How much time am I, taking out of my day? And
Guess
so it
what?
seems like this can happen really quick.
That animated video I talked about for kids is only 6.5 minutes long.
Woo, I love it.
That's all. I do have clients, students who have made the decision that they love how it feels so well that they make it into their meditation. And they literally create affirmations along with each of the steps so that they can really process and everything that's going on. So for some of those folks, maybe they'll do, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. There's no wrong because there's no right. That's the beauty.
I love it.
All right. And you can see I've written books that go along with it to describe it all. It's just one way. There's many ways to take care of your body. I've just found that this way, I created the 9-step self-help flow 20 plus years ago because I wanted to help my clients and my students have a way to be stronger and healthier in their body. That's why I created it.
I love it. And so I hope everybody heard that. She created this 20 years ago. She has clients. So do you think it works? I mean, the one way you'll find out, and we'll provide you that the gift later on in the show. So don't want to miss that either. So stick around to the end for that as well. Because yeah, you can get to watch a nice animated video to show you exactly how to do it in 6 minutes. I mean, I'm in, count me in. I'll report back to you, Deborah.
You heard it here, folks. He said he's going to try it.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was sharing with you before the show that I had a guy on that did breath work that I had never heard of before. I mean, I'm NLP certified. I've heard of EFT. I've heard of a lot of things. I've not heard of everything, by no stretch. But I was like, that sounds interesting. I had no idea anything about it, if it would work or not. And he said, would you like to give it a shot? I said, absolutely. So he took me through a session, and it was mind-blowingly, unbelievably wonderful. And so that's the other thing, is keep an open mind is kind of the theme of that for everybody watching. If you think it's a bunch of woo-woo stuff, look, it doesn't matter what you think. All that matters is, does it work? Are the results there? Right. And is it in alignment with your value system? There's nothing here out of alignment that Deborah's talking about. Right. It's like, this is a no-brainer to me to give it a shot.
Thank you. And I talked a lot about the physical place, but how about clarity and focus and productivity, really being able to get your brain to the place where you want it to be, so that when you are in front of that computer, or you're writing, you're creating your materials, whether you are doing whatever you do in your world. I work with healthcare providers, engineers, teachers, you name it, and no matter who you are someone who has something to give someone else. And the only way you can do that is to have a clear, focused mind that's ready to step up to the plate and be productive, be creative. So it's like learning how to talk to your body in an energetic way. I give full permission to my clients and students. I tell you, talk to yourself. Take the opportunity, always be talking to yourself, because when the body's in a state of balance and harmony, it will give you messages. The trick is to be awake and consciously aware enough that you will hear the message your body wants to give you. And maybe it's trying to give you that tickling idea that's just been gelling and jamming. Well, if you're full of mind chatter, you're not going to hear it. It's not going to be available to you. Whereas if you're in a state of clarity and focus, it is available. So one of the very simple ones I teach kids, and it works for adults as well, is to simply hold your hands here at your forehead. In fact, have you ever seen someone speaking and intuitively they're searching for that right word, and they go to like this? Intuitively, what they're recognizing is that thought, that word, that phrase is in there. And you go to like this, right? Another idea is to cup your forehead and cup the base of your skull. Like so and like so. Thank you, Brian, for walking along with me. And when you're doing this, what you're doing is actually connecting with an energy balance point that is about intuitive knowingness. That's why it's called the third eye right there. It's also about getting out of your own way and being able to access, because the base of the skull is an energy balance point that's all about consciousness and awareness. So you get these two energy balance points to talk to each other. So what's fun is to be able to walk into a classroom full of, kids, whether they're third graders, sixth graders, junior high, high school, whatever, and they're doing this as they're studying or while they're taking their test.
Ooh.
I mean, think of that. It's something that simple. That's what I've loved creating, is simple goodies.
Where was this when I was in finals in college? I mean, come on.
Okay. And if it works for that, think about if you are someone who has a team of folks you're working with, and you're all trying to get everybody on the same page, talking the same language, going the same direction. Imagine spending time with your team, walking through some simple energy flows so that you're all working together and getting to where you want to get to. So that's why I love doing workplace wellness programs. Worked with teams of people, and whether it's corporate or I've done programs with healthcare teams in healthcare situations, healthcare facilities, and to have all these folks learn what they can learn to be able to be better at what they do for themselves, and then it gets shared with others. And they can even share it with their clients. That's how simple it is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you just understood what she just said. Using this with teams, that is in the alignment of what I was talking about in the onset of the show. That will help you with your leadership skills. That is a leadership skill right there. That is a powerful leadership skill, because everyone is going to be on the same plane. I've got to give you a bomb drop for that, Deborah. That is an amazing attribute. Yes, she's dropping smart bombs, knowledge bombs, bombs of wisdom. I love it all. And we have someone saying hi to us from Minnesota. So I'm going to bring that up real quick. Maybe you know her, maybe not. Either way, Lori Lewis, I hope I'm saying that right. Cam, hello from Minnesota. How are you doing, Lori? Thanks for coming on. Love it when folks say hi. And as we go along, anyone has questions, feel free. Drop them in the comments, and time permitting, we'll bring those up and kind of throw Deborah off, which I know is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. 20 years experience in doing this. I think she knows.
It's actually 27.
Oh my goodness.
Woo. I mean, that's really dating me. Yeah.
That's all right. Like I always say, every year's a victory, no matter how many there are. She's saying, good, how are you? Doing fantastic, Lori. And I know Deborah is as well. Speaking on her behalf, she's right here. She could say it too.
I love it. Yeah.
But the leadership, doing with your team, that's what hit me. I'm like, oh man, this would be perfect to do every, if you have a weekly meeting or whatever, anytime you meet as a group, even if it's one-on-one, it's like, hey, let's do our quick energy work, whatever we'll call that. I'm sure you have a different term, or maybe you don't. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Energy balancing. It's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that it's very quick. So think about that. Open a meeting with 6 minutes or less if you want to go through them all, or whatever Deborah would recommend for a meeting to do that.
Well,
whatever
for instance,
people.
Yeah. For instance, when I've done team building, staff development for a group, I'll teach them the daily clean your house. I'll teach them a whole slew of things for clarity, for focus, for mental activity, for physical pain relief, for all sorts of goodies to release chronic issues. By the way, I don't think you know about this one. I don't like the word problems. I don't use it. I use the word projects, because projects are more fun to work with and have a beginning and an end. So if you are having an issue, we could call it a project, and you want to get on the other side of it, there is most likely some very simple energy tips to utilize for that. So towards the end of the program, I'm going to be sharing with you that I have a workshop coming up, and I love teaching. Can you tell? And so this information could even be used to let go of headaches, migraines, allergies. It could help release chronic conditions like arthritis, fibromyalgia pain, all sorts of reasons why we walk around in a body that's not happy, not comfortable, or a mind that's not quite always with it. We can improve anything that's going on to help us be where we want to be and be who we want to be.
That's exciting. Beyond exciting. There are so many things that some of us do. Some have tried, I'm sure, and didn't stick with, like exercise, going to the gym, nutrition, going on a diet, which I don't recommend, but just eating properly. But what if you could just add what Deborah is doing into your regimen? Huh.
Exactly. Beautifully said. Because what I also love to share with folks is that what I teach, what I offer, doesn't have to stand alone. In fact, what I suggest is that it be utilized with whatever else you're doing. Combine it with meditation. Do it before and after exercise. You'll get more out of it and be better prepared for it. Get better results. If you are someone who loves deep massages, have you ever had one and then the next day you're like, oh, well, how about doing some energy work before and after and help your body receive it? If someone is dealing with injuries, you could do before and after physical therapy. I do a lot of work with folks for pre-op and post-op. So I teach self-help energy tips to be better prepared for the surgery and to come out it from the other side of it in an easier way. I believe that the body wants to be in an easy, effortless, happy, productive space. It just needs to be shown. So what I love teaching is a technique that's easy to learn, easy to do, and easy to remember to get around to doing because the benefits are noticeable. That's what it's about.
How did you come across this whole concept and approach? I'm deeply curious.
Okay. Well, way back when in the 70s, when I was in college, I was introduced to energy medicine. And it intrigued me and I appreciated it. And I was curious and I kept learning and experience. It never entered my conscious thinking I would do it for my livelihood. How could you do that? How could you do light, gentle touch or even deep and have it do a thing and have a living with it? So I did a lot of other things. In fact, I was in school to be a probation officer. That was my first career. I worked with kids in the judicial system. And then for years, I was a real estate broker, owner of my own company. And I was an insurance and securities agent. So I've done a lot of different things. And there's multiple things in between, like NLP, like mediation, you name it. I have worn a lot of different hats. And then 27 plus years ago, I was in a really bad car accident. Ended up with multiple herniated discs, refused surgery, went searching for someone who could do light, gentle touch. I was real new to the area we had just moved into. And as my body started receiving, I was already doing self-help because I knew it. But as my body was receiving more, the light bulb went on and said, girl, you know this, just do it. So I closed up my insurance and securities office, gave all my business away, sublet my office space, laid off my employees and said, okay, that's what I'm doing next. I went and got my certification as an Acupressurist in Berkeley, and then continued studying Jin Shin Jyutsu and a lot of other modalities. And that's what I've continued doing. I've done this now longer than I've done anything else. And then 15 years ago, no, it wasn't that long ago. Losing track of time. In 2015, I was in a really bad car accident again. I was rear-ended on the freeway. My car was totaled, and I was doing really well. For the first year, I had it under control. My healthcare team was helping me. Everything was doing, and then all of a sudden, I started having major flare-ups. And I went and had another MRI, and it was like that time. It was time for surgery. 3 different surgeons said, you need to do this. And I had neck surgery. Oof. The surgeon I chose, I still remember at 5 weeks, 6 week, whatever it was, sat me down during one of our consults and after x-rays and said, what are you doing? So he says, well, talk to me about what you do. He already knew that I did energy work of some sort. He said, tell me what you're doing, because nobody should be as healed as you are right now. What does that say?
Yeah.
Okay. It's all about helping the body let go of blocked energy so it can heal, so it can move, so it can function. And that's the goal of anything we ask our bodies to do, or anything we're wanting to do, is to be able to do it comfortably in a healthy, happy way. Why not?
Yes. Hey, we have a question that came in, and I'd love to bring it up. Lori's asking, would this help lymphedema? I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah,
Swelling in the legs help move lymph fluid?
definitely.
Oof.
Because when you connect with the energy balance areas, you're helping the endocrine, adrenal, lymphatic, immune, and nervous systems. These 5 big systems are the umbrella. And when we help the energy move through all the different energy balance points and the rivers of energy that run through your body, in Eastern medicine, they're called meridians and channels. And when we can help the energy move, then the body can respond with release of inflammation, uh, release of toxin, release of whatever's in the way of helping the body heal and move.
Fantastic. So that's good news, Lori. We'll give you the opportunity to connect deeper with Deborah here after we're done with, or toward the end of the show, not after we're done, but during. Oh, there she goes. Oh, Debbie, I need you. Yes, absolutely. So definitely we'll give you the contact information. We're only not that far out. We're 15 minutes out from that
Oh, is
moment.
that
So
all we have left? Oh my
I know,
goodness.
crazy how this stuff can just fly by
Uh-huh.
so quickly. And so there you have it. She's not only got answers for a lot of things, but she has answers for our viewers specifically that are going to help them to improve their lives. And, you know, the older I get, and I think it goes true with everyone else, the older we all get, when we start noticing our body is literally breaking down as we age, that we're looking for ways to ease that and to get back the way we were as much as we can, or to even get better. And
Yes,
I love
exactly.
that. It's actually a cool opportunity because it opens our eyes and our ears and our minds to possibilities that we previously, as a 20-year-old, I'd say, I don't need that. I'm good. But now at 57, I'm like, hey, tell me more. This sounds great. I want to
And
feel
you just
better.
hit the nail on the head, Brian, because if we can help our bodies to such an extent that we can more easily recognize when something is awry, and the only way we can do that is the body knows balance and harmony. Then it'll get a message to you. We recognize it. We have awareness, and then we have the opportunity to do something about it before it becomes big. That's our opportunity. And what's beautiful is, yes, we can work with a 57-year-old body and really make changes happen. And imagine, and this is where it just floats my boat. Imagine teaching this to kids and helping them become better partners with their bodies when they're 10 years old. Heavens,
Yes.
when they're 5 years old, or when they're in high school. I have this beautiful story of a 17-year-old who I'd been working with her projects, and I'd been giving her self-help instruction, and then she attended one of my workshops. And about this, I think it was a 4-week workshop. And at the second one, third one, I asked the question, what are you noticing? And she said, I just need all of you to know, and there was a pretty good sized group in the room. I need all of you to know that in working with Deborah, my body has really changed and been able to become more comfortable, more healthy. If I would have known what I know now, high school would have been a heck of a lot easier. She said, I've been taking this class now during midterms. I thought I was nuts to do that, to be taking this time when I should be studying and everything. I have never floated through the studying and the tests and writing the papers as easily as I have done this year.
Oh,
And now I get to take this to college. I mean, how powerful is that? And to be able to go into the rest of her life in
yes.
that space, that gives me goosebumps, to tell you the truth. Because
I
it's like,
literally got them myself. So we're channeling that something here because
yeah.
I thought of so many applications, Deborah. I mean, what about entrepreneurs that are stuck in writing a book?
Yes.
Can you imagine that? I am at 90% of my book. I'm using whatever techniques I got to use to get that over now. I've just been waiting too long. There's so many other things I use excuses for.
Yes.
But, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh, and the fact that you're starting them young. So I was a certified personal trainer for some time, and I got my son started at a very young age, at 12, doing body weight, resistance bands, nothing that would damage him. But to this day, he goes out and works out. He's 26 coming up in a couple of weeks. And he works out 4 days a week, and he goes in the gym. It's set a habit in motion. And the cool thing is, and this I know is true of what you teach, Deborah, is if they ever vary away from it for some time, they'll realize I don't feel as good as I used to. I'm going to go back to it. It's a lifelong habit that you may move away from on occasion, but guarantee you'll come back because you go, I felt better when I was working out. I felt better when I was doing energy balance work. I
often have heard that story where someone's into their daily practice and all of a sudden, for whatever reason, they get off track. And then all of a sudden they're feeling out of sync.
Yeah.
Not quite as clear, not quite as focused, not quite as productive, or they actually have a reaction in their physical body where all of a sudden they're starting to feel the inflammation again, or whatever, or the less dexterity, less flexibility. And they go, oh my goodness, I've been forgetting to do this. And they get started. And the beauty is the body remembers balance and harmony. And it will resonate so much quicker with allowing you to go forward because you already knows it. So get in the practice. Whatever you do for yourself, folks, find something to do for yourself to be in a state of balance and harmony, to be in a state of being on track so that you can become who you want to be and be who you want to be in the world. Man. That's the key.
And that is so true of every single entrepreneur I've ever met in my life. We all want to crush it, not to necessarily make a ton of money, but to help and serve others because we have something we have to give. Like you said earlier, we all do, every one of us, to a person.
Yeah. Whether we're an entrepreneur or not. True. Those folks that are working in corporate, working in small businesses, students who are studying, authors who are sitting there writing, retired folks who want to play a better game of golf and finish the writing they want to write, whatever the case might be. It can go smoother if we give our bodies the opportunity to experience flow. Energy wants to flow. Einstein said equals MC squared. Everything's energy, and energy has to flow. It does not like being stuck. In fact, the worst thing you can give to it is a state of stuckedness. That's my word.
I love it. State of stuckedness. Lori says she is way off sync. Not for long, Lori. Once you get in touch with Deborah, who will show you the way, definitely. And you can tell what a beautiful, wonderful soul she is, what a heart-centered, loving, wanting to help people person that Deborah is. And I can only imagine that when you reach out to her, that's how she's going to treat you when you're on the one-on-one calls, whatever she ends up making available to you here in just a few moments. Gosh, I can't believe I keep looking at the clock. Going, how did we get here?
Yeah.
That's always a sign, Deborah, in all honesty, of a very good topic, of a lot of value being given, of a lot of interest, because this is something that this is not mainstream by any means. I've never heard of it. I'm glad I have. And I love the fact that I get to be one of the catalysts to help get this out there to more people, because it's something that can help people, like you said, not just entrepreneurs, but in all walks of life. And isn't that what we're here to do, is to help and serve others, to love others, to lift others up?
Any entrepreneur I know who is a success, that's their goal, is to be of service, to share their information, share their way of being, to walk the talk, show how it works. And that's the goal.
And that is a truth bomb, which isn't part of this dropping, but it's part of it.
I love you, Brian. You're too much fun. You're too much fun.
And isn't that a key element in life, whether it's business or going to school or anything, is to try to bring some levity and some fun into your life at all points? What's the point of feeling great? I mean, it's great to feel great, but can't you feel even better if you want to be lighthearted and have some fun while you do it, without harming others, of course?
Exactly. One of the big things that I'm known for, to tell you the truth, is my joy, is my state of enthusiasm, is my smile. I love to smile, and I love to share that energy, to feel like you're on top of the world. Not saying I do have my moments. I mean, we all do. We're all human.
Yeah.
But to be able to do to be truthful, I give myself a hug or whatever else I do, and I find my way to perk myself up.
That's another beautiful point, because look, I say this all the time on this show, along with other entrepreneurs. As humans, we all have choices. We can choose whether, and this is what happens. Someone that is miserable has chosen to be miserable. Exactly. I hate to say it if that's someone listening right now. The good news is all you have to do is choose the other path. I choose to be not miserable. How can I get out of this miserable state? Now you're on the right track. One way is to get connected with Deborah. NLP works fantastic. Reframing, simple techniques of changing a word in your vocabulary from a negative to an empowering one, and doing that over and over. Simple things can just bring you out of those stuck states and get you to be productive, happy, and serving people that we, in my humble opinion, were built to do.
Yep.
Fantastic. Oh, we got more. Yes. Oh, great. She's going to pass the video on to her friends. Please do, Lori. We want to spread Deborah's brilliance far and wide, for sure. And she said, love the bombs. Good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad people are getting that it's just a metaphor. It's not real. It's all in fun, for sure. Where did my pen go? There it is. And so, yeah, I talked about it. I said I was going to share them. I'm actually writing notes as conducting this show. So writer, producer, actor. I'm not the star. That's Deborah, star of the show. Everything in between, and still writing notes. And I love what I get to do, Deborah, because I get to meet phenomenal individuals like yourself, who are just here to do nothing more than to improve everyone's lives. That's all. That's all she's here for, everybody. So my goodness, we're getting down to near the end, and I don't want to miss any of the goodies that we have coming up. And so,
yeah, we have a lot of goodies.
I'm going to start the process now, where I'll let everyone know, including you, Deborah, that I love to close this show. We're not there yet. Please don't worry, everybody. We're here for a little while longer. But I love to close this show with one specific question. And it's a doozy in a great way.
Okay.
And the reason I chose this question is I used to ask it kind of on accident or on chance, because it just was a question that came up now and then from in my mind when I first started the show many years ago, 3 years ago. And I noticed that the answers were interesting. I mean, really interesting.
Okay.
And so I decided I'm going to close every show with this. And it's very compelling. Can be a little personal, but it's not that personal. Like you said, what did you say? There's no wrong because there's no wrong way because there's no right way.
Yeah.
It's similar.
Okay.
I like that. It's a cool additional way to look at it. But before we get to that, we do have some giveaways, and I'm prompted to do that now, to start that process now, because I know you have several. I want to get to those. So all of you that have been watching live till now, this is the time. You write this down. You're going to write this down. You're not going to do it now. Okay. You're going to stay on, because Deborah has more unbelievable value bombs to drop. So watch the screen for those of you watching live. So again, if you're not watching live, you're listening on podcast, or you're seeing this as a recording, be sure to go to themindbodybusinessshow.com, click on any of the buttons that say where and how to watch, and enter your information, and all you'll get are announcements when we go live. So you don't miss the next one, and you can enter to win and get some really cool stuff and get on a great vacation. So here is the information for that vacation giveaway. I'm putting it up on the screen right now. And all you need to do is first write this down. There'll be plenty of time after the show is over that we will collect all entries. So don't worry about that. Go to ryp.im/vacation. Again, that's RYP. That stands for Reach Your Peak, which is my company. ryp.im/vacation, all lowercase. Write that down. And then as soon as we go off the air, go ahead and enter to win. We will randomly pick one winner, and I hope it's you. I truly do. I wish it was everybody. But who knows? Maybe I'll run a special deal where everybody that stays to the end gets it. That would be really cool. We'll do that maybe a show in the future. So if you don't win tonight and you want to win in the future, be sure to register at themindbodybusinessshow.com. Okay, last time. So a little birdie named Deborah Myers, a wonderful birdie, told me that they had maybe some goodies of their own. And so I'm going to pull one up. And while I do that, I'm going to also bring up your website to give it some, juice. I like to call it juice. I don't know why I use that word all the time. I just like it.
I like
So what we're going to do is bring up your first gift, hopefully soon, because we just had a little fun goof up. There we go. All right. And that's not the website. We'll get that in here too.
Yep, that's the website.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
But this is for the first gift. So, Deborah, what I want to do is just hand it over to you to explain what this is. Look at that. It's valued at $120. Oh, my goodness. This is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. So, Lori, you definitely want to do this. So, go ahead. Take it away, Deborah.
Okay. You get to have a complimentary 60-minute Jin Shin Jyutsu Acupressure consult and session by going to my website. And there's a tab that says book now. Scroll down and you'll find private acupressure sessions, key into the 60 minutes. There you go. And put in your information and we'll get you scheduled. Okay. In fact, that way will take you to my online calendar so you can find a spot that works for you. What a deal, right? And we'll have a consult. We'll play with energy, so to speak, and help your body get from where it is to where you want it to be. So that's the first gift.
So for a bit of clarification on that site, they want to choose this one that's turquoise in color, 60-minute acupressure. Is that true?
Yes, correct. And when they do that and they're asked on the calendar, on the form to, how do I know you? Just put in the information that you're here with, you're signing up because of mind-body business. Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
So don't forget. So let's for our podcasting guests who are listening. So the website is, I'll say it first and spell it, is deborahmyerswellness.com/private-acupressure-sessions. So Deborah is Deborah, and then Myers is Myers. Wellness, I think everybody knows that, but it's WELLNESS.com/ and then all lowercase, the word private, followed by the dash or hyphen, acupressure, ACUPRESSURE, and then dash or hyphen, sessions, SESSIONS, and you'll come up to a page that will have a number of choices. Pick the one that says 60-min Zoom acupressure / Jin Shin Jyutsu session. Wow, I did it 3 times successfully today.
So by the way, you don't even have to remember the private acupressure session part of the link, because if they go to Deborah Myers Wellness .com and just click on book now, it'll take you right there. Good
point. Thank you for clarifying that.
Okay.
And we'll put that up there too to make it easier for folks. Just go to DeborahMyersWellness.com and click on book now. You can see at the very top right there.
Okay.
Fantastic. And now we're going to go to, yes, but wait, there's more.
There's more. There's another one.
Let's go to, so we had something at Deborah Myers Wellness. Is that the one? It's stay in touch, receive. Okay, the animated video.
Yes. If you go down to the bottom of any of the pages on the website, there's a purple button or turquoise button, that says stay in touch. Click on that, put in your name and email address, and you will get access, there you go, to the animated video of the Daily Clean Your House Flow. It is my gift. In fact, it used to be available for purchase along with a copy of the ebook, one of the ebooks of your choice. And when March 2020 hit, I made it available to anybody because I wanted any kid, any parent, any teacher, and anyone who was being majorly affected by this crap called the pandemic to have access to a way to let go of anxiety and stress.
Fantastic.
So it's there for you. Just pop your information in, and it will be streamed through Vimeo for as long as you want it.
What an amazing gift. I mean, thank you so much. I'm leaving that page up for myself after the show's over because I want to start that new routine. I look at it as this, just as a quick aside, how I spend some time, a little bit, not long, taking supplements in the morning. I do have some of a routine. I take supplements, I pray. And what is another 6 minutes if it even takes that long? Who knows? I'll find out once I watch these videos. But still, is it worth the investment? Well, do it to find out if it is. How quick are the results? I guess that's a good question.
Good question. Most people find that they notice within a week, sometimes even faster. Okay. Because the breath is the significant one. It's just there. Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
And Lori says, thank you.
You betcha.
That's amazing. We're not done yet. We got more.
We're not done yet. We've got another big one.
Don't go anywhere. I have a feeling it has something to do about September.
Yes. I have a workshop coming up in September called Balance, Bliss, and Energy. And if you go to my website and go to the workshop page, presentation workshop, you will see the upcoming workshops available. And when you're there, I think it's at the top of this.
Here it is.
Oh, okay. You'll find it. Anyway, let me tell you about it.
Yes.
A special offer for our listeners is to use the coupon code LOVE LIFE, LOVELIFE, and you will get an additional $30 off the already amazing price. There it is, the Balance, Bliss, and Energy. You click on there, it takes you to the landing page, and you will have a way to sign up. And the early bird rate is only $147 because I want to make it really affordable for folks. And by using Love Life as your coupon code, you'll get another $30 off of it. The beauty is it's 3 Wednesday evenings in September. It's recorded, so if you can't attend live, it's available to you. You'll get copies of the recordings, and you'll get copies of all the handouts that I create for you. You will discover how to align your energy and fly through your days with ease. You'll learn how to stay calm amid daily challenges, and you'll be ready to embrace whatever you want. You can align your intention and action with your purpose. You'll discover how to help your energy move and flow. That's the dream of your body. So get out of your own way and follow your dream. That's fun. Yeah.
So Love Life, is that one word or two?
One word, Love Life.
In all lowercase capital, doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter, but most people love to put in all caps. It seems to be what happens. Okay.
I threw it out there in the comments so people can copy and paste that. And one more time for those who are not visually watching, not that page, we want to go back up to the top. I want to take them from the whole beginning to the end so they get it. So we're going to start at the home page.
Yep.
There it is. So it's DeborahMyersWellness.com.
Yep. And then click on classes and programs.
Yep. And then you go down to presentations and workshops. That's where I got to it, and then clicked right on that, or probably the Learn Now as well. Yes, that's the same one. And there it is. And then it's click on this register for balance link. For those of you listening on podcast, just write these steps down. I know you can't see this.
It's very simple. The website really is pretty, I think, pretty easy to follow. Just follow the classes and programs and you'll find it.
Yes. And then if you need to, just play this back over and over, or you can reach out to Deborah herself directly. And I saw the email address up here, right here. So it's Deborah at DeborahMyersWellness.com.
Correct.
So if you have any issues finding this, if you forgot the discount code, how long is that good for? Well, I guess until September.
Yeah. Now, once the early bird price ends, then the $30 is off whatever the rate is at that point in time. So do it as early as you can so you get a spot, get a seat.
Right. So it's an hour and a half. I'm guessing this is, it says online. It's got everything you need right there. It tells you everything, even a phone number. My goodness, you could actually chat with her. But I would recommend you email her if you have a question. Let her continue to refine and make this thing even more perfect than it already is, because she's an entrepreneur and that's what we do. We continually rework our stuff.
Right. And then the other last piece that I'd like to make sure we share is that if any of you were really curious about the Productive Mindfulness School Program, if you're really interested in delving into that and seeing what that looks like, both virtually and if it's local in person, It's on the website as well under school programs. And I'd love to, if you're interested, just reach out and let's have a chat about it.
There it is. Productive Mindfulness School Program. And yeah, I'm so ecstatic that you are actually going and targeting in a great way the youth, because you're giving them habits that they will be able to use for life that will be positive, that hopefully they can then share to their classmates that are their buddies and pals or their future spouses and all that. As time goes on to their life. So,
and as you investigate the website, you also find out that the workplace wellness programs are there too. So just have fun looking. At least I hope it's fun for you to look, and then reach out if you have any desire to figure out how we can work together, how we can be together. I'm here for you.
My goodness, just all sorts of goodness here. A lot of goodies. All right. Well, I promised that we would finalize this show. We're a little over time, but that's okay. I'm not paying for the studio. It's mine, so it's good. So just for a little bit longer, everyone, you don't want to miss this one. It's the final big crescendo, the big question that we've been building up to. And here's the thing about it. It's similar to the way you say it, Deborah. There is no such thing as a wrong answer.
Okay.
In fact, the exact opposite is true. There is a right answer, but the only right answer is yours.
All right.
That's the only thing that makes it personal. It's not even really personal. It's just unique to you. And so you could get the answer like instant, or it could take a few moments. In either case, it's absolutely perfect because why? It's your answer. So there's no pressure whatsoever, even though you're like going, now what the heck am I into here? So with that, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm curious.
Oh, good. I like that.
Okay, I'm
curious. All right. Here we go. Deborah Myers.
Yes.
How do you define success?
I define success that I am happy in my days. I define success that I get to be with people to help them feel better and stronger and healthier in their bodies. I define success as enjoying waking up in the morning to see what the day is going to bring me, no matter what's on my plate. Sometimes there's too much. I'm known for that. And the success part is to discover what I can do and how I can be, to be in that mindset of availability, that mindset of being ready to offer information, that mindset of wanting to have fun. That's the success. That's it, is to have fun, to have joy, to be in the moment, and to be able to smile through it. Whether you are doing your work, whatever that work might be, listening to phenomenal music, dancing to it, being out on the beach, fishing. I love to fly fish, by the way. Whether it be hanging around out in my garden, whatever you want to do, that's success. Being able to fulfill your day in such a way that it brings the smile. Because when you're smiling, your body knows it, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and then it's there for you. It needs to be happy. In fact, there's an energy balance point in the body that is in the lower abdominal area. And when it's in a state of balance and harmony, it brings safety and a sense of security and a sense of firm foundation and stability. And it allows your whole being to be in the space of joy, laughter, and happiness. And when that's there, it's prime. That's success.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming. Oh my goodness, Deborah Myers, you are truly, absolutely amazing. I appreciate you beyond words. I am so so wonderfully blessed that you decided to come on this show, as well as everyone else who has had the wonderful fortune of coming on and watching and listening to you. Thank you so very much. Truly a joy to talk to, especially before the show. We got some time to get to know each other through some fun times of getting tech ready to go. And you're just a gem, and I appreciate you. And I said, just a gem. That was sarcastic. You are an incredible gem. And I appreciate you and thank you. And I hope everyone takes her up on all those wonderful offers. If you're just looking at this video and you don't know what those were, rewind it. If you're listening, go back. They're all there. Amazing, amazing. And what a description of success. Not any two people ever in the 3 years I've been doing this have ever given a same answer. It's unbelievable. That's why it's so profound. And that's why I went with it. And if you don't mind, Deborah, this is definitely in the works. I'm going to create a compilation book with everyone's answers. And the name of the book is How Do You Define Success? If you're okay with that, I'll reach out for permission when that is ready.
I would love that. Because the next step after that is to help others know what that success feels like in their body. That's true success.
That was another bomb dropper, but
boom.
There you go. That's even better. All right. Well, that is it for our show, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the amazing Deborah Myers, amazing. I am your host, Brian Kelly of the Mind Body Business Show. Until next time, we will see you once again live right here. And I can't wait for that. Be blessed, everyone. Take care.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everybody.
Very welcome. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to the Mind Body Business Show podcast at www.themindbodybusinessshow.com. My name is Brian Kelly.